Good evening and welcome all to the legendary Five Flags Speedway for BRL TV's coverage of the final round in the Bootleg Racing League's Tour Modified Series, Season 10. I am Brian Seneker, and up with me in the booth tonight is Jeffrey Harden. And we're going to bring you all the exciting action tonight as we are privileged to witness this purpose-built machine that exemplifies the pinnacle of speed, power, and precision in the world of asphalt oval racing, the Tour Modified. Ladies and gentlemen, let me formally welcome you to the exhilarating world of Tour Modified Racing as the legendary Five Flags Speedway in mesmerizing, Pensacola, Florida. Tonight, we are about to witness a breathtaking showcase of speed, skill, and sheer adrenaline as these high-performance machines take to the track. Five Flags Speedway, renowned for its high-banked half-mile asphalt oval, stands as a cathedral of motorsports excellence. This hallowed ground has witnessed countless battles and etched the names of racing legends into its very fabric. And tonight, we gather once again to witness the awe-inspiring spectacle of the Tour Mod. Behold the Tour Modified, the pinnacle of racing technology and precision. These purpose-built lightning-fast machines epitomize the relentless pursuit of speed. With their aerodynamic designs, roaring engines, and state-of-the-art suspensions, these cars are a symphony of power and grace. As the drivers strap themselves into their cockpits, their eyes focus on the prize. You can almost feel the energy coursing through their veins. They are the masters of their craft, the gladiators of speed, and they are about to push the limits of what is possible on this legendary circuit. Watch closely as these warriors of speed jostle for position, trading paint and inches, demonstrating the utmost respect for each other while leaving no stone unturned in their pursuit of victory. Every lap brings a new challenge, a calculated risk, as they push themselves and their machines to the very edge. Tonight at Five Flags, we bear witness to the showcase of talent and dedication, the Tour Mod. These masterpieces of speed and precision are about to embark on a heart-stopping journey that will leave us breathless and in awe of their capabilities. So, ladies and gentlemen, fasten your seatbelts, for you are about to witness the epitome of racing excellence. Welcome to Five Flags Speedway, where the Tour Mod redefines what it means to be fast. Where dreams are made, where legends are forged. Get ready to experience the true essence of motorsport at its finest. Jeff, what do you think these drivers have in store for them tonight?
Oh, thank you, Ryan. As short tracks go, Five Flags is a big, fast facility. I expect for them to have a lot of fun out there, finally getting to stretch out their legs and let the horses run underneath these big, beautiful machines. Looks a little hot and slick. Expect them to have good traction early on in the run, but as it goes on, for them to be a little loose coming off the corners.
Yeah, corner entry at Five Flags can be deceiving. You can get loose out of nowhere and be unrecoverable, so they got to watch out for that as their tires heat up. Let's take a quick look at the points before practice ends. Right now, John Wilson is holding the lead by the smallest of margins over J.R. Shepard, just 2 points between them, so keep an eye on where each of them finish tonight. Joe Segala, 350 points, 9 points behind the leader, 9 cars on the track. Joe is still within reach. If something catastrophic happens to J.R. Shepard, Joe Segala could walk away with second place in the points. If Thomas Hilbert, Donnie Moore, Jeffrey Harden, who's in the booth with me tonight, he's not going to do very well in the points tonight. Bruce Pearson, Matt Hoos, Chris Davis, and Ryan Salvatore rounding out your top 10 so far this season. Oh, I guess this is the final round. And with that, you can see J.R. Shepard is setting down the fastest times in practice with a 15.64. Really impressive speed for these Tour Mods, beating everyone else on the track by quite a bit. And with that, practice has come to an end, so we are going to wait for the session to swap over and we'll go over the grid. All right, the drivers are getting back in their cars, ready to go green, and we have Tom Hilbert leading them around to take that green flag. Joe Segala to his outside. Row number 2, we'll have John Wilson, your current points leader, with Bruce Pearson flanking his outside. Row 3, Donnie Moore and Chris Davis. Row 4, Matt Hoos and J.R. Shepard, who's second in the points. And rounding out your 9-car field tonight is Ryan Salvatore. Haven't seen Ryan in a while. Good to have him back.
Yeah, Ryan's took a little vacation. Glad to see him back in the league. Well, Ryan, as we go green right here, looking at the championship run, it's going to be a tough one for John Wilson to hold off JR. I think he's really got two options: try and stay in front and get really wide, or try and tuck right behind him and stay on his bumper to the checkered flag.
Well, I think you're exactly right, Jeff. All John has to do to hold on to his championship is come home in second or better. So he can let JR by without cause of concern as long as he can stay ahead of drivers like Matt Hoos and Donnie Moore.
It's going to be interesting to see. There's a lot of speed in the field, a lot of talent. I'm excited to see how this thing plays out.
Now, don't count out Joe Segala. He's third in the points. He's too far back in the points to take away the championship tonight, even if he wins. But he could sneak away second place if he does win the race tonight. And he's starting in a good position. If he can cut down in front of John on this green flag, Joe might have something to say at the end of this.
Well, I try to stay impartial, but Joe's my teammate, so I'm always pulling for Joe.
Oh, I forgot. Joe Segala joined Loose Lugs. I forgot all about that.
Yeah, Joe and Bruce up there on the top side.
Look at you. You have all your drivers up front. It's almost like you're stacking the deck. And they go green. There goes Tom Hilbert soaring into turn one. John Wilson does close off into second. It looks like Segala is stuck in a three-wide battle with Pearson and Hoos. Pearson's going to back out, let Segala and Hoos handle it amongst themselves. Who is that up? That is Tom Hilbert up top. Looks like he just gave up the ghost. He did not want to be competing with these guys right off the go.
Yeah, I think Tom just wanted to get out of the way and not cause any problems earlier on in the race.
That puts your points leader in control of the field. Matt Hoos right on his bumper. Chris Davis already up 3 spots into third place. Good start from Chris. J.R. Shepard up to 5th. He's kind of making a slow go of it, but he is consistently moving forward.
Yeah, it's good news for our points leader, John Wilson, to see his teammate, Chris Davis, running in third. That kind of helps him out in case there is a caution. As long as he can run that spot, he doesn't only got to worry about Matt Hoos.
Well, you got to wonder, with Chris Davis here tonight, is he here going for the win, or is he here to support his teammate, maybe block a little bit, and try to keep as many cars between his teammate and J.R. Shepard?
Well, I'm pretty sure time will tell on that one.
Hoos still keeping the pressure up on Wilson. Hoos has been consistently fast in the modifieds, so he also has a solid chance to win here tonight.
Yeah, I know Matt's a big fan of the open wheel cars, the modifieds, and the SKs.
And the whole field has gone single file. Donnie Moore did not take to the track. I don't know the story with that one, maybe internet issues. But he did not turn a single lap.
Oh, looks like Matt Hoos trying to make a move.
And Chris Davis, looked like Chris Davis was looking to the outside, but not able to make it work. Here comes Salvatore. We told you he was fast at the beginning of the show. Here he is, proving us right. He's up 5 positions.
And JR's working hard, but he's got a lot of cars between him.
Chris taking a look to the inside of Hoos. Looks like Davis is going to get it on this one. That's going to leave Hoos out to dry with Salvatore right there. And the more these cars battle side by side, the better it is for John Wilson. He's able to just pull away while these guys fight for position.
Yeah, the longer we stay green, the farther John can get out, the longer they stay side by side. I mean, it's looking good for the John Wilson Championship.
Yeah, and in a 50-lap feature like this, there's really no downside to just going all out, getting as much as you can out of the car in the beginning, because there's not a whole lot to save there. So he can just get as much of a gap built up now as possible and not really have any repercussions if a caution does come out. Davis moves up into second. Hoos was able to slot back down into third ahead of Salvatore. JR. Oh, and there's a caution out. Oh, it's Joe Segala. No, Joe. Let's take a look and see what happened to Joe back there. There you see Segala by himself going into turn 3 and 4. Oh, nope, that was Salvatore ahead of him, and Joe couldn't avoid. That was not on Joe. I am sorry, Joe. I called you out prematurely. Let's see what happened to Salvatore.
It looks like Salvatore might have had contact with another car. I'm not sure who that is.
And there's Salvatore right behind Hoos, right ahead of Shepard. No, he made contact with the wall and got stuck to it, and Joe, poor Joe, man, his luck continues. Joe had nowhere to go coming out of turn 4.
And Joe has had the black cloud this season. I feel so bad for Joe.
Yeah, it seems like every week Joe is caught in something that he has no control over. It's just he's just in the wrong place at the wrong time every week. Well, as we were just sorry, Jeff. As we were just saying, John, there's really no repercussions for him putting his foot down on the gas pedal. He couldn't have worn that much tires. It's only a 50-lap race. And he has his teammate now to his outside. I don't see how that's going to help him so much. That might give Matt Hoos a chance to get back in there.
Yeah, I think it would have been a whole lot better for John Wilson if Chris would have been still sitting at 3rd spot at this point.
Yeah, I don't know if Team CDR has a private chat channel they can communicate on, but you would think they'd try to coordinate their jump on the restart, take advantage best they can.
Well, one thing that I've learned over the years racing the BRL, as a leader, you can kind of dictate what happens between 2nd and 3rd, depending on when you start. You start early, it allows 2nd to kind of get a jump on 3rd. You get a late start, it really makes those two fight into turn 1.
All right, of the 8 cars that took the green flag and lap 1, 8 cars are still running, 8 cars still on the lead lap. So good recovery from Joe and Ryan Salvatore. JR Shepard's going to be starting from the outside. Bruce Pearson has a chance to get a nose in there, so that might actually hinder JR's progress here tonight. Remember, John only needs 1 car between him John only needs to finish anywhere in front of JR to win, but has to finish 1 car behind JR to still win. So as long as JR is fighting in traffic, it's clear sailing for John Wilson.
Yeah, I mean, John's best friend right now is a battle for 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, even if Chris Davis can't tuck in, him just battling with Hoos would be a gift to John Wilson. This would be John Wilson's first championship. I'm pulling for him.
Yeah, I'm right there with you, Ryan.
All right, they're doubled up. Pace car has gone down. Wilson comes around. Very early jump for Wilson. Davis stayed up alongside, and now he has Hoos to deal with. Let's see if Davis is going to battle or if he's going to try to slot in. It looks like he's committed to the outside, but not able to keep pace as Pearson is now threatening to take away 3rd place. Good run from Pearson.
There go Bruce. Loose lugs representing.
Pearson has a solid hold on the inside lane. Davis is not coming down as Hoos is still holding him up. Davis is able to keep remarkable pace from that outside, though. Now, Jeff, help me out here. Is the modified... we got contact Pearson around. No caution. The race stays green. Pearson off into the grass.
Oh, that's tough luck for Bruce. Tough luck.
That is very unfortunate. That's the last thing you want to see as a driver, going spinning off the track and the flag does not come out. I think that pretty much ends Pearson's run altogether.
Yeah, the top line here, you can be successful for a short term, but if you can't make that pass done, the car really starts to push on exit and you'll start losing ground pretty quick.
Okay, so Davis had limited time to make that work, and it looks like he is settling back behind Hoos. Hoos looking to the inside of John, but not able to get his nose in there in time. Wilson very cautiously slamming the door on Hoos. You can see Wilson starting to run a lower, more defensive line. Kind of mirror driving, I'm afraid. Hoos went high, went back low. Wilson said no, not today, as he continues to hold off Hoos. Davis.
Well, as long as John keeps a conservative line with his teammate.
Oh no, we have contact
around
with the leader, John Wilson, around. Matt Hoos now in the lead. Caution did come out this time, thank God.
Oh, what a tough break. What a tough break for our points leader.
Oh, that is the last thing John Wilson needed tonight. Let's see if we can find out what happened there. There you see the 3 drivers all tight together. Looks like a little contact between Davis and Hoos. Might have got pushed up into Wilson. Oh, that's a tough break.
I think John tried to protect that line a little too hard and got a little low and kind of got loose and drove the front end into the inside wall.
Let's take an overhead look. We can get a better viewpoint from here. There you see the oh yeah, he got loose all on his own. You're right.
Yeah, that transition come out of 4 is really, really tricky. You don't catch that right, and it wants to spin that rear end around.
All right, Wilson is still on track. He's still running, currently in 7th. We have 25 laps to go. We are just now hitting the halfway point. I don't know if that's enough time for him to get back up front. But again, he doesn't have to win. He has to be behind J.R. Shepherd. So that should be his goal right now. Get J.R. Shepherd's bumper in front of him.
While being the last car on the track, even though he's starting in 8th, he should be able to move down the inside line and hopefully move his way up to JR's bumper pretty quick and hold on to his championship hopes.
Well, Wilson did pull down into pit lane. We'll have to wait and see if he's calling it for the night as a lost cause or if he's going to get back out there and try for it. Front runners are Matt Hoos, Chris Davis, and J.R. Shepherd up to 3rd. He's going to be... No, there I do see John Wilson come back out of the pits. Good for him, staying on the lead lap.
I think he went in and got that brand new car. At this point, he's got nothing to lose. He's going to have about 20 laps left to throw everything at the wall.
Oh, exactly. At this point, it's go time. All right, lights should come off the pace car this time around. That'll put Hoos next to Davis, JR next to Joe Sagala. Nice recovery from Joe. Still have all 8 drivers on track and all 8 drivers on the lead lap, so anything could really happen in the second half.
So we've got Sagala, Salvatore, Hilbert, and Pearson standing for John Wilson's championship dreams.
Yeah, and he's starting from the outside, so it's not the greatest start for him. He has 20 laps to make something happen. But the key here, as they go green, and Hoos waits, and there he gets on the loud pedal. Clears ahead of Davis, and JR quickly jumps up into 2nd. Well, I think at this stage, you got 20 laps left. John needs to put that crash out of his mind and get his head back in the game. See what he can make happen.
That's a tall order sometimes. That's a tall order when you get emotionally involved in this sport.
All right, the drivers have all single filed out. Salvatore up to 3rd. Chris Davis sailed into 4th. Pearson back up to 5th. Nice recovery from Pearson with Joe Sagala falling back to 6th off that start. I see JR got tired on the apron, got a little loose there on that corner. Lost some ground to Hoos.
As these laps count down, I think it's really going to come down to is JR can just run without a mistake from here on out.
Now Wilson has fallen off the back of the pack and is not keeping pace. I wonder if he's kind of gotten into his own head at this point. He is a full 2nd off the back of Joe Sagala, currently running in 7th place. I think Wilson's calling a conceit here.
That's a tough break. Really looking forward to seeing them run this one out.
Well, the pressure was already high before we even went green, so I understand it. It's unfortunate. I was pulling for him, but I understand it. And it looks like JR is sizing up his competition now, looking at Hoos. As we ride on board JR Shepherd's Different Path Motorsports, he looks high, he looks low. Oh, he caught that apron again, though. He's done that. Oh, and Hoos caught the wall.
Yeah, that apron's the same spot that caught our points leader, John Wilson.
And both the front runners made a mistake in the same corner. What are the chances of that?
We are in Florida. Lightning might strike twice.
Yeah, there's not a hurricane coming through, is there? But either way, Hoos maintains his lead, but just barely as Shepherd is hounding his bumper. I think Shepard definitely has the pace, but catching the guy and passing the guy are two completely different things. Oh, and we have a caution. Something happened with Chris Davis this time. Let's see if we can bring that up. There we see Chris Davis right behind Joe Segala. All by his lonesome, coming out of turn 4. Oh, and just like Hoos did, but much more severe, caught that outside wall. And you catch that wall just right, there's nothing you can do about it.
Yeah, that wall is pretty unforgiving at these open-wheeled machines.
Alright, now this makes it interesting. Hoos still in control of the field. J.R. Shepard in second. He's going to be started on the outside. And Ryan Salvatore is now going to be in the key spot. Third position, eager to take that second place away from J.R. Shepard. Salvatore has already proven he has the speed because he is keeping up with them the whole time. But can he close the door quicker than JR can get his car down there?
Yeah, it's going to be a tough one. Unfortunately for John Wilson, he'll be starting on the outside in the 6th spot.
Yeah, and the bad luck keeps going for John. Both Team CDR drivers running 6th and 7th, kind of out of the winning competition here. I think at this point it's really going to come down to who's Shepard or Salvatore. Any one of those three could take it.
Yeah, I would expect to see about a 5-lap sprint to the finish.
Ironically, Hoos and Shepard are also commentators on this network. Nice to have them up front in the field, proving they can drive just as well as they can talk.
I'd also like to give a special shout out to Matt Hoos for helping with our charity event on Saturday night and painting a few cars for guys who needed cars painted last minute to help support our sponsors.
Yeah, that charity event he is talking about, as we got him another moment, is Mission 22 this Saturday night for the Bootleg Racing League Late Model Invitational Series. We're going to be raising donations and awareness to Mission 22. It's an awareness campaign and organization focused on combating veteran suicide in the United States. Founded back in 2013 by veterans and is named after the statistic that an average of 22 veterans die by suicide every day. The mission of Mission 22 is to raise awareness about this issue, offer support and treatment options to veterans in need, and advocate for changes in policy and public perception regarding mental health and suicide prevention for veterans. You can learn more about them by heading over to mission22.com. You can also join the BRL raising funds and awareness tomorrow night in our Late Model Invitational Series on Virtual Grip Network. Alright, the cars are double filed back up. Lights are off on the pace car as Hoos leads them around into turn 3 to take the green for the last time. There is not enough time for another caution. One more caution will end tonight's race. Hoos gets on the gas very early. Salvatore did not close the door and has to concede to third place behind J.R. Shepard. Shepard aggressively looked low, and they both got loose coming out of the corner. Neither driver could do anything with it.
It looks like we're going to have a 3-car dogfight for this championship here.
Shepard's still looking low. Hoos protecting that line to the best he can. Salvatore, Pearson, and Segala all tight on these leaders. The field has not split up yet.
It looks like Wilson's still off the pace. Looks like another championship for JR.
He's going to need a bigger trophy shelf at home. All right,
He's
coming
gonna need another
around.
house.
3 laps to go. Who's still defending, but just barely. Shepard is really aggressively looking at both inside and outside lines, trying to make something happen. Right now he is going high, and it looks like he has the pace.
Yeah, JR to the outside, trying to hold Matt down, pinch him down, force him to get loose on his throttle.
Coming out of turn 4, Matt had the speed that time, but JR is getting the momentum. JR might be timing his run to see if he can just beat him to the line. Here they come down. White flag is in the air, coming around the backstretch for the final time, going into turn 3. Hoos to the inside, Shepard to the outside. Shepard has the momentum, and Shepard takes the win in the Season 10 finale of the Tour Modified Series.
Well, JR closed it out in typical Shepard fashion. Another win in the books, another championship, another trophy on the shelf.
Yeah, well, at least this time he made it a little more interesting to watch. He waited to the last second. So we got J.R. Shepard, Matt Hoos, Bruce Pearson, Ryan Salvatore, and Joe Segala with a nice recovery coming out to round out the top 5. Now, we are going to give iRacing Time and Scoring a moment to get caught up, and we'll be right back after this. So don't go far.
Streaming cyberspace into your place, sponsored by Gargamel's Kitchen. From Five Flags Speedway, it's the Virtual Grip Network's final round coverage of the Bootleg Racing League's late model series. From Pensacola on this Saturday night, John Hine, along with yours truly, Bill Stoops, on high up in the broadcast booth to bring you our words eye view. We play Ryan Seneca, turning the knobs and pushing the sliders. Chug-a-lug, chug-a-lug, makes you want to holler, hi-da-ho!
All right, welcome back. Here are your official iRacing results. J.R. Shepard with Different Path Motorsports. I know it's a shocker, people. Calm down. He won. Behind him, Matt Hoos took second place. Strong run, led a lot of laps. Bruce Pearson came home in third. Ryan Salvatore with a great recovery came home in fourth. Joe Segala rounds out your top 5. John Wilson, heartbreaker moment for him. Came home in sixth. Not good enough to take the championship. That is also going to J.R. Shepard. Chris Davis came home in 7th, Thomas Hilbert in 8th, and Donnie Moore, who did not take the track, came home in 9th tonight at Five Flags Speedway. And with that, we have caught up with our second place finisher, Matt Hoos. Matt, what can you tell me about tonight? You led so many laps. What happened there at the end?
Well, about, I guess it was 10 to go, something like that. I tagged the wall and it messed up my steering a little bit. So then the car was extremely loose, but I'll finish second like that any day. That was a heck of a race with JR. That was a lot of fun.
Oh, that was some great battling right up to the last corner. I wasn't sure who was going to get to the line first. Now with that, were you expecting JR to make a move to the outside the way he did?
I figured he would have to because I wasn't giving him the inside, so I figured he would try it. I didn't think it would work, but I guess if anybody's it's gonna be him.
Yeah, he got it out there and somehow had the momentum to get around you just enough to take that checkered flag. But what challenges presented themselves today? I know you got out front early and you held the front for a long time. Were a lot of people dogging you half the way there, or was it just kind of smooth sailing until JR found your bumper?
It was just kind of smooth sailing. I was running my line, but then with that last restart with JR behind me, I knew he was going to be tough, but Chris was tough until he had trouble, and I feel really bad for John. I was giving him room and trying to race him clean and stuff because I knew he was racing for the championship, and then he caught that inside wall, and I had nowhere to go, so I felt bad for that, but I guess it just worked out that way, and that's the way it goes.
Yeah, definitely a heartbreaker moment for John Wilson. But either way, the Tour Modifieds are being shelved. This was the final run for the foreseeable future. You did a heck of a job giving her a proper send-off. We thank you for that, Matt. And who would you like to thank for your run tonight?
Well, as always, BRL, all the guys that race here. This place wouldn't be the way it is without the guys that are here. It's just a lot of fun each and every week, and thank all of them guys for coming here. And you know, the few that do the tour mod, they all come every week, and but we're just looking forward to next season. I know a lot of us are, and some changes going on. And thanks to Thunder Ridge and Lowell and you guys up in the booth.
All right, thank you, Matt. That was Matt Hoos. Thunder Ridge Racing came home in second place tonight. Good run from Matt. And with that, we are going to bring tonight's broadcast to a close. If you liked what you saw here tonight, you can catch us again tomorrow night, right back here from Five Flag Speedway. Saturday, June 17th, will be the final round of the Street Stocks, and then immediately after that, the final round of the SK Modified Series, so you definitely won't want to miss those. Everything you've seen and heard here tonight was made possible by Skidder Creek Motorsports Group, home to the Bootleg Racing League, the GT Racing League, Thunder Ridge Racing, Virtual Grip Network, and more. For more information, you can visit them over at skiddercreek.com. And this has been a production of BRL TV, a broadcasting service aimed at giving up-and-coming commentators and directors a place to get their feet wet in the world of sim racing broadcasting. If you've ever wondered if you have what it takes to commentate live races, this is your chance to get some experience without any pressure. Just show up and talk. That's all you gotta do. If you're interested in getting in on the fun, visit bootlegracingleague.com to find out how. Now, from all of us here on the BRL TV crew, myself, Jeffrey Harden, thank you for watching, and have a great night.